Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. That's a quote from my favourite boxer, Mike Tyson, and is applicable to many situations in life. Are you a commercial fleet manager and you've drawn up a great sustainability plan and you're now being punched repeatedly in the face by rising costs? When commercial fleet managers first created their plans and roadmaps for fleet electrification some years ago, they could not have foreseen some of the challenges that they would face along the way. Remember COVID and the semiconductor crisis? Well, they turned out just to be a warm-up for what was to come. Fleet costs are now spiralling out of control for many fleets, as evidenced in the recent Global Fleet Survey, which places cost control as the highest priority for fleet managers going into 2025. So how do fleet managers reconcile their sustainability strategy with the overwhelming cost pressures that now face them? During this Powertalk, I'm going to share 3 ways that you can harness the energy that stems from the management desire to control costs and use it to accelerate your fleet decarbonisation plans. Firstly, and importantly, shape the debate in your organisation so that they view fleet decarbonisation and cost control as one and the same thing. If you manage to portray fuel as the common enemy of both your CFO and Chief Sustainability Officer, then you have already won the first battle. After all, fuel is one of the key contributors to cost in your fleet program, and fuel consumption is more or less the only thing that's creating the CO2 emissions in your ESG reporting. Second, when you are working with your cross-functional teams on brainstorming for new ideas and innovations, and I strongly recommend that you do this, use fuel consumption as the overarching goal of the exercise. You'll be surprised at the amount of innovation that can come from your colleagues that can achieve this goal. There are far more innovations that can deliver cost and CO2 savings than electrification alone. Think driver behaviour, vehicle right sizing, and even asking your service teams to see how they might restructure their operations to facilitate cost and CO2 efficiencies. The third thing, find initiatives from your brainstorming that can quickly be implemented and that can start to show results in a short period of time. It's important to get some momentum and to gather additional support and buy-in for your strategy from senior management. The best way to achieve this is to show tangible results from your initiatives. With additional support and buy-in from your senior management, you'll be much better placed to progress your electrification and cost reduction efforts, and these will ultimately hold the key to your success or failure in achieving those challenging goals that have been set by your senior leadership. So, to summarise, how do you pivot and start fighting back to keep your plans for your fleet programme on track with all those rising costs that have been punching you repeatedly in the face recently? Simplify the discussion to make fuel the common enemy, brainstorm around this simple concept, and find and implement the most straightforward quick wins among those initiatives. If you can achieve these 3 things, you'll make a great start towards being solely driven by the cost narrative and getting your programme away from tactical short-term fixes and back on the strategic roadmap that you had envisaged for your fleet programme.